much as I was trying to be over the top, I am fucked up.
You're on your second cup.
No, I didn't want to.
It's the Grow Green Podcast. The Grow Green Podcast.
What up, podcast?
How you doing? Episode number what?
Fucking, I don't even know. It's the Rico Rossi episode.
It's the Rico Rossi
episode.
episode. Rico
High
Rossi
Times
takeover.
Cannabis Cup winner.
Hell yeah!
Man.
Look at that cup right there. Shit's banging.
Leangria.
Celebrities
I'm
in the
gonna have one
house,
right now.
baby. Yeah. Let's get it.
going.
Let's get it. Oh, you want to get it going, huh?
Well,
You going in right away?
Isn't that how you do it?
Wow.
Rico Rossi.
You're not even letting him introduce himself. You guys, I've had to hold this guy off. He's like,
I need it in
he's
me.
like, I got that lean. I got that lean.
That's what she said.
That's what she
Need
said.
to get medicated, guys. So we're at the Cannabis Cup, High Times Cannabis Cup winner, Rico Rossi.
So tell us a little bit about your journey, huh? Where did this whole lean thing start, huh, bro?
Actually, I've been doing this for quite a while, and I developed it for myself. To be honest, it wasn't actually something that I developed to be a product that I was going to market. I suffered from, or I still suffer from, severe bipolar disorder. I get depression, I get mania, and it's hard for me to function. And I was going to the psychiatrist and, the doctors, and they were prescribing me all these pharmaceutical drugs. And so I had a cocktail of drugs that I had to take every day. And I pretty much was living like a zombie, because I'm on all these drugs and, okay, I might be able to avoid my depression and I might be able to avoid my mania, but I can't do anything because I'm living in a fog. I'm living in a cloud, and I didn't feel healthy, and so I
Big
started.
Farm has done that to a lot of people now.
It wasn't cool.
I feel like it's a thing of control. We won't get too far into that, but that's a way that they control the people, and
Yeah.
So to get the drink going, you weren't a big time smoker at the time,
and that was
right?
the thing is that, smoking did help me, but I just didn't see myself, lighting up every day. That just wasn't my thing. And I had my stepfather, he had died from lung cancer, and my brother, my younger brother, died as well from pulmonary fibrosis. And so I used to work as a respiratory therapist, so I'm kind of big on lungs and smoke and things like that, and I'm very knowledgeable on it. So I wanted to do something that was able to give me the same benefits, but without having to take smoke every day. And I didn't want to really be eating cookies and brownies every day because as I'm getting older, the pounds kind of it's hard to burn them off. So I wanted to develop something that I could take to get the benefits from the cannabis and not have to smoke it, but also be able to consume it. So I started researching different recipes for cannabis syrups and things like that. And High Times Magazine, actually, they had an article on them. This was several years ago about the syrups and different techniques on how to make a syrup and things like that. And so I started experimenting.
Shout out to High Times.
High Times.
Hell yeah, we're smoking on some High Times Cannabis Cup entries right now.
Oh, yeah.
Hell
Have to
yeah.
grab one of these, huh?
Excuse me. So I tried, an online recipe for syrup, and it was pretty good. And it worked fairly well. And just over time, I started perfecting my own technique. It's like I didn't.
What works for you?
Yeah, what works for me. And so I finally got to a recipe I really like. And I use a couple different extraction methods in there because, just using one extraction method doesn't really give it the flavor that I wanted. So I use a couple different extraction methods when I extract the THC into the product. I also use CBD in the product. CBD isolate so that you can get the CBD benefits as well.
That's awesome. You actually have a CBD Leangria coming out, I believe, right, with Empire Company?
Yeah, actually,
Heard something about that?
We already did.
We already did
that. It's in the stores now. You can get that at Empire and Wasilla. And I'll be expanding that out to other CBD retail stores as well.
Sweet.
So if you don't want to get get the side effects, the hallucinogens and all that, the THC,
the
I guess you're not gonna
psychoactive,
hallucinate, but psychoactive effects. Bam, that's what I meant to say.
But I recommend the psychoactive effects.
Yeah, so I do too.
I like the psychoactive.
That's my
effects.
favorite part.
2 cups, 2 Leangrias.
So, so anyway, so I and actually there's a couple different recipes I use in here. I also use something from Alaska called chaga, which is a mushroom. That,
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
I had seen one of your bottles with ingredients on it and had chaga mushrooms on there. I was wondering, why did you add that in there?
Okay, so chaga
Awesome.
is a very health beneficial product that is grown here in Alaska. This is one of the only places in the world you can get it. I think you can get it in Russia as well, but besides Russia, Alaska is one of the in Canada are some of the only places you can get. Get it.
Sorry.
But chaga is a natural.
Trying to get a big hit.
A natural fungus that opens up your capillaries and your blood.
Okay.
Your blood
It heals people too.
It heals.
Yeah, it's
and
very healing. It's got a lot of bad bacteria, stuff like that in it too.
Awesome.
Anti-inflammatory.
So how it goes
Kinda
in
like
right with the
CBDs,
CBD, everything else,
Exactly.
the full entourage.
And it allows the THC to absorb and the CBD absorb better in your bloodstream. So it helps a lot. And I also use green tea. I use kombucha. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it.
I love kombucha too.
So this product is unique. Like you're not going to find another syrup. I know they have other syrups out there, and I think those syrups are more recreational, where they're just trying to appeal to
Super
people.
head changes compared to more of a body effect and overall. It's. Am I wrong to say it's full spectrum pretty much?
It is full spectrum.
Yeah, so it's a
and
little bit different.
I developed this for medicinal purposes, not recreational purposes,
Right.
because I developed it for myself to help me.
Right.
So therefore, I mean, you do get a lot of recreational benefits out of it. Your body high, euphoric feeling, things like that. But the medicinal benefits are also very beneficial as well. So
I can attest that it tastes a little bit different than I've tried quite a few of the others. I'm not going to name drop, but I've tried quite a few others and it tastes a little bit different. One of the things that was interesting to me, and I have a question about it, is I noticed when you open it, you get almost like it's carbonated, but not. It's like is that from the fermentation?
okay, so what happens is. With the sugars and the fungus from the chaga and the THC and everything, it ferments a little bit when it's in the bottle, just like a wine would ferment or something like that.
Fine wine.
So it has a slight carbonation to it, where when you pop it, it kind of pops and fizzes.
It makes
a
me
little bit.
feel good every time.
Yeah,
it's like a mini popping bottles.
Yeah,
I'm like,
popping bottles.
hell yeah. That's what we're doing around here today. I already popped two. You better catch up over there, bad boy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Man, I could just let you talk and just sit here and drink this shit all day.
Yeah, it's my kind of episode.
Hitting on. What is this flavor you got over here? What do you got here? We got a dab pen from the dudes.
Yeah, thanks to one of the guys from the AK Canada dudes.
Shout out to Canada dudes.
Some distillate.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just trying to get a big hit.
You try that.
It's a little different tasting, yeah. That's what you think.
A little lemony.
See, it's really light. Oh, you got a little bit.
Yeah, it's like it's good though.
Yeah, it's good. What is that? Lemon haze?
Yeah, I do.
Super lemon haze.
Super lemon haze.
Shout out to the dudes. Yeah,
Dudes, thank you.
Super dank.
Nice product.
me
I do. I like that.
Oh, throwing shit around over here. Right on, man. So let's move on to the actual event at the Cannabis Cup. When it started, did you feel like you had a pretty good chance at taking home the cup?
Well, I mean, we're dealing with the entire state of Alaska. Alaska's a big state, you know, and so there's a lot of people here and a lot of different people in the industry. So I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I was hopeful. Obviously, if you're going to enter anything, you hope you win.
Right.
But you don't expect it. It's like
So when you rolled into the cup, tell me what was going on in Rico Rossi's head when you rolled into the cup. And you're like,
game day.
shit, look at
yeah.
this
Well,
shit.
so the cup was 2 days.
Got this
So
shit.
we had the first day of the cup, and then we had day 2 where they actually announced the winners. So day 1, I was over there and I was at the booth with the Dab Stars.
Shout out
and
to
with
the Dab Stars.
Common Collective with Ron Bass.
Ron Bass and
I
Jonah
had-
Tacoma
Jonah Tacoma.
and the GOAT, Billy Goat. Yeah, we
Can't forget about the GOAT.
Hell yeah.
I saw you guys on Goat Island.
Hell yeah, go check out that episode. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you like, subscribe, go back and check out the Goat Island episode. That was an epic one of all times. We're gonna have to definitely visit the Goat Island again.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
I told Ron we should have a party on there, like end of summer party on Goat Island.
An industry party or something. Yeah, for sure.
So first day, I set up my Leangria bar, which I like to call it.
Okay.
You know, I have a little portable bar that I set up, and I have different mixed drinks that I make with the Leangria, non-alcoholic, but you know, I have some different fruit juices and sodas and things like that I mix with fresh fruit. And that's how I like to serve it. So I set up the Leangria bar the first day, and I literally had a line around the Cannabis Cup. Yeah, there was probably hundreds of people in line waiting to get a drink of Leangria. And so I felt, if this is any indication of, you know, who's going to win the Cannabis Cup, I think that
Good
this is
idea right there,
a good indication.
Oh, yeah, and you were hooking it up. I had one of those, and it was super dank. The fruit was super on point. Unfortunately, I did not get to judge the entries, but I did try a couple of them, and I do think that yours, I would have voted for yours if I had to have done the entries for that. It was super good.
Yeah, so that first day, I felt like after I left the first day, I'm like, wow, you know, I had all this line of people, ton of support. Yeah, people were loving it. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback. So I said, you know, after that first day, I think I got a good chance at this. So I came back the second day, and when they started the announcements at 4:20, you know, appropriate time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, perfect time. So at 4:20 on the Sunday of the announcement of the winner, they started out, and this category was the very first category announced. So they came out and they announced the third place winner first. So I'm standing there, and they announced third place, and third place isn't me. So I'm like, oh shoot, like I only got 2 more chances, because I mean, I at least wanted to place. I didn't care if it was, you know, first, second, third.
You didn't want to not show up on there at all.
Just hit the board, right?
Yeah, I at least wanted to, you know, get on the board. So they announced third place, and it wasn't me. So, you know, I'm like, okay, well, I got 2 more chances. And
not like Shaggy.
Yeah,
but
so you know, they announced second place, and wasn't me again. So now, like, my heart is kind of, you know, beating a little bit and getting butterflies in my stomach, and so you know, the lady that's doing the announcing, she's like, drum roll please, and you know, blah 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 blah, blah. And so they announced the winner, and the first thing I hear is lit, and when I heard the syllable that was like Leangria, I knew it was me, and so I started jumping up and down, screaming, and she said Leangria, and you know, it was literally
in the books. After that.
Yeah, it was literally one of the most amazing experiences of my life.
Sweet.
Could imagine.
Yeah,
we had a really good time too. It was a really good. I think they put on a really good show. Personally, you know, you just had to be there. You guys missed it. I'm sorry, but it was really, really good time. And congratulations on the win, man. And I'm super stoked about the product. I really love it, and I can't wait to drink some more. What about
I drink it every day.
I drink it every day too.
You need an ashtray for that? What are we smoking on there? Some black. That's black cherry pie.
Black cherry pie in my eye. It's delicious.
It's in your eye?
Somehow crept up into my eye. I gotta wipe it. Sorry.
Yeah, that happens around here. You get smoke in your eyes all over the place. Here you go. You can ash into this. I didn't bring it.
Appreciate it.
Get you an ashtray going over there.
Cool. All right.
Right on, man. So tell me. So let's move on. Now we're talking out past the Cannabis Cup.
Yeah. Now you're a winner.
Where are we moving on? What's Rico Rossi got going on after the cup, bro? What do we got going on? I know we got lots of big stuff. We talked about the CBDs, but what else is in the future?
Yeah,
so, you know, I mean, the Cannabis Cup was an amazing experience, and it actually really, I mean, I've had a career in cannabis for years, and it's not like I haven't been able to provide for myself and my family with cannabis before Cannabis Cup, but after Cannabis Cup, I literally have probably pushed more product than I would in 6 months.
Lots of people out there have been appreciating the samples you've been giving out. I know we have as well, and we can't wait till you actually start seeing a return on your guys' investment for all this stuff you're giving out.
Oh yeah, I'm actually in the process right now of going through the AMCO licensing, so that I can be in the retail stores with the THC product. I'm already in the stores with the CBD product, but I want to get my THC product in the stores as well, because you know, I feel like there's additional benefits with that I want people to be able to experience. And I'm also developing some new products. I am working with Chef Bombshell. I don't know if you guys know
Chef
her.
Bombshell.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Chef Bombshell. Yeah, we had some of her soup at the cup.
Oh yeah, she gets down. And
Me and Chad from KWO took
shots of hot soup
shots.
dab challenge.
You'll have to check that out. Ooh, that was a good time. Sorry, I didn't cut you off, but that just tickled me all over when thinking about Chad.
She's a great chef.
She's
you guys
an awesome
are teaming
chef.
up.
yeah, so we're teaming up and we're coming up with some sauces. We're gonna come up with some hot sauces. And I don't know if you guys were out at the Hemp Fest, but a few months ago, I actually was previewing some of the sauces that we are developing, and I was doing tacos. So I was doing some medicated tacos at the Hemp Fest, and they were delicious. And the same thing, like High Times at the Cannabis Cup, we had a line around Hemp Fest waiting for tacos and Leangria drinks. So it was a good time. And so I'm working on that. I'm also
sounds so good.
I have a dog that suffers from anxiety, and my dog cannot go anywhere without me. She's in the car right now. She will freak out if I leave her at home. So what I'm developing now is a product that helps dogs that have either cancer, whether they have anxiety, whether they have seizures, because CBD and THC products have been proven, and studies have shown that they can benefit animals as well. And
true.
so I'm coming out with a product that's going to be strictly for dogs.
That's awesome.
So I'm working on that. I'm working on the hot sauces with Chef Bombshell. I'm more of a product kind of guy. Like, I do grow. I've been growing for 10 years, and I do support the flower and the smoke and the dab. I support all that. But I'm more trying to cater to people who don't smoke and they want an alternative way to consume.
That leads back to you being about the lungs and taking care of your health and your the breathing thing that you out on you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool, man. And probably not too many years away, we're all going to be thanking you because we're going to be past the point of being able to smoke. But until then,
light up.
Let's get it. Right on, man. I'm excited. What are you playing with over there, CJ?
I'm just looking at all these contraptions and containers you got.
Oh yeah, we go hard. Nobody's taking a dab yet.
I'm just not sure.
Oh man, dabs really. Man, there was my first. Well, no, that's actually my first experience with edibles. So my first experience with edibles, I was doing a concert in Humboldt, and Humboldt is a very cannabis-friendly community.
Oh yeah,
I love Humboldt.
Yeah, Humboldt is
beautiful
great.
place.
So we had a concert, and the actual mayor of Humboldt came to the concert, and she had made some cookies and brownies for us. And they were edible.
Oh hell yes!
Yeah, they were delicious. But
right up your alley.
I'm used to smoking and dabbing and stuff.
Oh, this was before.
This is before anything. So, I thought once you do something, you feel it immediately.
That big weed tolerance.
Exactly.
No thing. I'm eating some cookies.
Exactly.
It'll be fine.
So I ate one of these cookies and. I don't know. It was probably a 250 milligram cookie. I didn't know that, but
it's pretty hard off the bat.
I downed the cookie. She's like, oh, here you go, and it was delicious, But I waited a couple minutes and I didn't feel anything, So I'm like, well, these cookies are delicious, but I don't feel anything. Let me try another one.
Must be weak. Let's eat some more.
I took another one, so now I'm about 500 milligrams in, but it hadn't hit me yet. So
nothing like the first
500 milligrams of cookies, and mind you, this is made by the mayor of Humboldt County. So this is some fire shit.
Oh yeah.
Right? So I still didn't feel anything. So and I'm getting a little bit of an appetite now. So I take a third cookie. So now I'm 3 cookies in, 750 milligrams of edible cookies. And I didn't feel anything.
I love right there.
And this was like this was the end of the night, and we were ready to go back. And I lived in Vallejo, which is a few hours from Humboldt.
Yeah.
So after I take the cookies and I start driving back. I get about halfway back, and I start feeling weird. Something's going on.
Start getting the case of the waves.
I don't understand what's happening right now.
That's where it came from. Leangria.
Yeah, and so I get a little bit further down the road, and I realize, I shouldn't be driving right now. So I pull over. I say, what? Let me pull over. And let me just, experience this, in the safety of the side of the road. So I'm on the side of the road, And I'm feeling good, and I'm just like looking out the window, staring, and I ended up staring out the window on the side of the road for 8 hours. I didn't even realize 8 hours had passed, and I finally was like, you know what? I think I feel all right to go back home. And I look at the clock, and it's been 8 hours since I've been sitting on the side of the road, and it felt like 5 minutes.
So it's like that daytime from nighttime.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's awesome. I had a similar experience like that. Actually, last year.
Ooh,
I don't know if I've ever talked. Did I talk about it last year?
I'm not sure if you told the whole story. But
well, we're not going to get into the whole story. But I'll give you a little snippet of a situation that I had like that. Last year, you know, I even pre-gamed, okay? Check this out. I pre-gamed, and I had my tolerance up to about 1,000 milligrams or so, right? And I was like, all right, I can go hit this shit hard, right? So I'm dabbing. I'm walking around. 1 second. I'm dabbing everything. You know, they're handing out terps. You've been to cups. They got fucking... I'm walking around with my rig, fucking heating it up. They're dropping globs all on my shit. And I eat like... I was like, all right, we went to lunch, right? And we had fucking... it wasn't me and CJ. It was me and another buddy.
Yep.
And we had fucking tacos, and I had a beer, and I ate this candy bar that I bought, and it was 225 milligrams, right? No big deal, right? I'm looking, I'm adding it up, I'm like, shit, I'm only like 500, I got plenty, I'm good to go. So we go back. Now, mind you, if you're from Alaska, this place that I'm fucking in when we get back is like the animal petting zoo area at the fair, right? It's fucking all huge, green building, open sides. Not somewhere you're gonna necessarily get lost to where you can't get out, right? So what happens is I get fucking lost in there and I get fucking mad anxiety attack, super anxiety attack. And I'm like, I'm looking for an exit for like a half an hour. And this bitch ain't got no doors. It's all open everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm tore up, right? And I'm like, all right, shit. Finally, so here's the on. I was like, all right, this has got to stop. Something's going on. Somebody slipped me a different drug or something. And it's been a long time. I've had this a couple of times happen to me, but I still think that somebody got their milligrams a little bit twisted in there.
You think Bill Cosby got a hold of your...
Gotcha.
Exactly, dude. I got Bill Cosby is what I felt like.
Some of that CBD league.
Yeah.
Probably
I ran up to the homie and I was like, yo, we gotta get the fuck out of here. I was like, I think motherfuckers is like talking and like conspiracy against me, and I had like a pocket full of cash, like, and I'm like, oh, this is not good. We gotta dip, dude. And I like went and sat down and I drank. I literally went to a booth and I was like, I went everywhere. I couldn't find water, and there was water fucking things giving them out. And I couldn't find water, and I ran up to this like dude, and I was like, yo, let me get some water. And he's like, how much? $9. And I was like, here's $30. Give me 3. And I'm like, just chugging it, right? Trying to like sober up. It was, so I've had experiences like that.
But wait, hold on. Let's go back to $9 for a water. That's extortion right there.
He knew I was fucked up, bro.
Yeah, he took advantage of him.
He got me good, but I was okay with it. I was like, just give me the water, bro. I've been looking for half an hour for water.
Man, you could get like a couple fifths of R&R for that.
Water was all I wanted. All I wanted was water at that point in time. I didn't want anything else. So it was like, I gotta get it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, finally getting a dab in it.
Yeah, I just had one, feeling good. I got the Leangria in there. I'll hit me here soon. I'll be feeling
There was
even
more
better.
to the story, but we won't get into that part. And it involved police, but I did not go to jail. And that's no lie.
Yeah, no one likes getting bailed out of jail.
No, I didn't make it to jail, so good job.
All right.
Yeah. You might go check out our California adventure, and you can see some of the video if you didn't see it yet. Go back to the one we did at Chalice, and you'll see some of the ruckus that we get into, and you can just imagine when it's just me by myself. I don't have this guy to tame me down, keep me under control. So it's wilding out style.
Yeah, it gets wild sometimes, guys.
Gotta watch out. Eric Weed comes out.
So if you guys didn't know Rico Rossi, I'm sure you know he's also a rapper, musician extraordinaire.
Yeah, a little bit. I do a little bit of that.
Let's talk about other stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I've had a passion for music pretty much my whole life. That's something that I enjoy. And I was fortunate enough to be able to make a career out of it, and I still do reap the benefits of my music career. But I think that I really got started in it professionally about 2012. I had a single with Too Short and Baby Bash called "Take 'Em Down," and it actually did really well here in Alaska. I had never even been to Alaska before, and because of music actually is what brought me to Alaska. I had a song that was being played on KFAT, somebody approached me to come do a concert up here. So I came up here. I did a concert with Too Short, Baby Bash, myself, E40. We did a concert at the Egan Center, and that was the very first time I'd ever been to Alaska. And I thought it was an incredible place. It was, because I've been to everywhere in the country, and I've been to every state in the lower 48. But there's something about Alaska that's
What type of year was it?
This was 2012.
What time of year?
Oh, it was. I think it was March.
Okay, so
March.
perfect time.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, it was. It wasn't summer, but it wasn't like freezing.
Right.
But it was really unique. And then we did like an after party at the old Rum Runners. You remember Rum Runners?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it was. I really enjoyed the people. I really enjoyed the culture, the environment, everything about Alaska. So I ended up coming back a few more times after that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and I would come visit. And I would come up here and just stay for a month, just to get away. If I was feeling, to
nice.
me Alaska was a getaway. So I would just come and stay for a month, and I would just go hiking and go fishing and just do the Alaska experience.
Clear your head.
Yeah. So anyway, music is what brought me to Alaska. And now I live here and I'm here to stay. I don't think I'll ever
live here, so.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever leave. I'll live it here. So I've been working on music professionally for about 6 years. I've had several songs that have been in the top 20 on the charts overseas. I've had millions of views on YouTube and things like that, and Spotify, and streamed on Spotify. I have fans all over the world for music, so that's a great thing to be able to do something that you love and actually people appreciate it. But I with the Leangria, I feel the same way. It's like I'm able to do something that I love, make a product that I love, and other people can appreciate it. So that's what I love about it.
Yeah, we listened to your music. I don't think I had ever knew that it was you. Never no, honestly, I never knew it. Yeah, because
sometimes people they'll know one of my songs, but I didn't know that was you. And
yeah, for sure,
that's me.
Yeah, I dig it. I'm like, hell yeah. Get down. It's too bad we can't play. I'm sure we might have a little snippet of it for you guys, huh?
I'll play a snippet or two.
Yeah,
here.
a snippet or two on YouTube's part. We would have you guys a whole long thing of it, and you could get to hear it some of yourself. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure you get out there. Check out Rico Rossi. Check out the Leangria. Coming to a place in a store near you for very, very soon, right?
Oh, very soon.
I'm excited.
Already CBD is available in stores, but
at Hempire?
Hempire, and I'm going to work with another couple stores in Anchorage, and I'm trying to get it going in Fairbanks. And then possibly some of the villages and smaller towns like Nome and places like that.
Exciting.
But
big things.
The Leangria product, the THC product, should be within 6 months in all the retail stores.
Sweet. I can't wait to see it. Obviously, the dosage will be a little bit smaller than the samples, but
unfortunately,
yeah, you guys can pick up 2 or 3 and enjoy it just like us, or maybe 10. Yeah, sweet. We got any questions, CJ? My big man.
Yeah, don't get caught.
Don't get caught.
Oh yeah. I just recently
talk about
movies,
it,
but
I did a movie. That's actually wasn't my first movie, but I did. It was my first role where I actually had some speaking parts and things like that.
Yeah, I seen it in Redbox.
Yeah, it was in Redbox here, all through Alaska. Every Redbox. That was just a few months ago. It was released. It was a movie starring E40, Brian Hooks.
Might be able to still get it.
Snoop Dogg. Oh yeah, you can still get it. Yeah.
Hell yeah, go
Snoop,
check it out.
Mike Epps. I mean, it had an all-star cast, and it was actually a movie about weed. And I played the weed kingpin of the movie. So
imagine that.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine that.
That was cool.
What was the name? What was your name?
My name was what was my name in the movie? Jesus, what was my name
Captain
in the movie?
Thunderfuck.
Lewis. That's right, Lewis the gangster. That's what was my name.
Gangster.
Yeah, that was my name in the
I can
movie.
see it.
And so basically, what it was, the storyline was that I had a big weed farm in Humboldt County, and I had some guys taking care of my weed. And E40, you all know who E40 is, and Brian Hooks. He also is a big actor that was known for the movie Three Strikes, Soul Plane, many other movies. And so E40 and Brian Hooks, they have an old truck and they break down in Humboldt County. They're on their way to I think Black Ski Weekend or something like that. So they break down and there's no cell reception because Humboldt's like in the middle of nowhere. It's like a village here in Alaska, right? Right. So they don't have any cell reception, so they have to go try to find a house where they can make a phone call to get help to fix their car that's broken down. So they end up stumbling upon my ranch where I grow all my weed, and so they're gonna go knock on the door, and the guy the caretaker that I have that's taking care of the weed, he's not there. So they're knocking, they don't get any answer, but they see that there's some weed being grown. So they're like, oh, look at all this weed. They caught the light in the door. So they're like, let's steal this weed. So they end up stealing all my weed, but Brian Hooks, he drops his ID as they're leaving. So
classic.
So when we find out the weed was stolen, we find the ID and we're like, what's this is who stole the weed. So we end up and we actually used the real Hells Angels in the movie. But so we end up hiring the Hells Angels to go find them and get our weed back because it's millions of dollars worth of weed, right?
That's awesome.
And so it's a comedy, but it's action, and it's a it's an independent movie, but it went straight to Redbox, but it's good, entertaining. And I got to be a part of it and work with Snoop and E40 and Mike Epps and all those guys.
That's great.
That would be very exciting. I'm super, man, I couldn't even imagine it.
Yeah. No, it was cool,
Feeling
man.
my lean, though, I can tell you that. The smile over here felt like the Joker from fucking Batman over here.
Yeah. So I plan on, continuing my music, and I continue my...
busy man.
But right now I'm focusing on
excited for you, bro, for real.
So sweet.
Hell yeah. Crushing it. Yeah. Well, that pretty much wraps up all my questions.
Fuck yeah, those are all my questions. Leangria.
Shout out. Make sure you guys check it out when it comes out to the rec market. Get like 10. Crush it. Peace. Grow Green Podcast.
Oh shit.
Episode number.
It doesn't fucking matter. It's the Rico Rossi episode.
Rico Rossi episode.
Oh yeah.
Lean back, baby. Peace. We out.
High grade, smoke cannabis every single day.